So here is Oklahoma's ensuing defensive series. Play really well, get themselves off the field quickly. Obviously, this is what Brent Venables is wanting. I mean, obviously. This was, when he decides to punt, this is the dream. This is what you want. 3 and out, back off the field. Offense going to get the ball back, yada, yada, yada. The announcers, who are, let's be real, announcers in general are very passive about being overly critical, and they are talking about how bad the decision is to waste the timeout. And I want to say I think Louis Riddick could call every game OU's involved with. I think he's outstanding. I think he's a great color guy. So I think what you want to do, I mean, I've covered that. I'm just saying, like, it's so glaring to make that mistake. They're talking about you should have known coming in what the situation was, what you were going to do, the down and distance, the yard mark, like all that should have been covered. And I couldn't agree more. But let's move on to the defense. Sorry, I thought it stood out to me that even the announcers are talking about the decision. So anyway, here you've got a first down. Oklahoma does a great job covering this up. Des Malone fights through a block, makes a play. Well done by everybody involved. That's Caden Woolard pulls up at the right time. Caden Woolard, I don't think he's been a dominant force. He hasn't been anything, beyond what you could have reasonably expected, but he's been a solid player for Oklahoma. He really, I don't think he's quite gotten his due, really eating up snaps and playing pretty good football for Oklahoma. Here, this is brutal. Poor R. Mason Thomas. He's been fighting against Diego Pounds, who's been grabbing and clawing and doing everything he can. This time, and I don't think it's all intentional by Diego Pounds, but he kicks him this time, and he trips him. And R. Mason Thomas just can't get through. So look at this beautiful spin move. Gets right into Diego Pounds' body, and he's spinning. And this is Diego Pounds' beat. It's over. The running back's not going to have time to cover this. And you can see it here. Watch. Okay. So right there. Diego Pounds' right leg goes up. And again, I think he's just trying to get back on balance. I don't think he's kicking out. I don't think that's what that is. I think he's just trying to get back to center because he knows he's all off balance. He's headed too far to the outside while R. Mason Thomas is coming in. And as he does, he catches R. Mason Thomas's right foot, and he loses balance. Jackson Dart has time to throw, ends up not throwing. He scrambles out. Nice job by Danny Stutzman here. He knows he's got help to the inside from Kobe McKenzie, and he knows he's got some pressure from behind, and he knows if he goes to Dart, Dart's just going to drop it in. So he goes out to the back. Yep, does a great job there, and then boom. Nice. That is good. You gave up 5-6 yards, but you played pretty good football all the way around. And, we're unfortunate to not have a tackle for loss. That's a dude that had a good game. Dejon Terry, that's an NFL D tackle. I wasn't sure, but I would say probably with the exception of Dylan Gabriel and if Deion Burks is ever healthy, I don't know that OU's done a better job in the portal than having Dejon Terry for 2 years now. I mean, that dude has played good football for Oklahoma. And this year has really taken it up a notch for sure. So here we go, 3rd and 4. Obviously, tough spot for a defense, especially in this situation when they bring Danny Stutzman. Stutzman creates the pressure. I'm trying to see. To me, I don't know how that's not – I talked about it at the time. I don't know how that's not grounding. That is the definition of grounding. He's not out of the pocket. He's not – he bounces it somewhere between the hash and the numbers, and Caden Prescorn's between the hashes. Like, that's not close. Like, that's not making an attempt. And if he does try to make an attempt, Des Malone probably intercepts it. You got to throw that flag. You just have to. And it's a poor miss by the referees. But anyway, so a good defensive set to get Oklahoma back off the field, or I guess get the offense back on the field.